All right, now that we've been working on multiplication and division with fractions, I want to do an example of each type to make sure that you don't get them confused. So with this first one, 1/3 times 2, we're thinking about having 1/3, and then because it's times 2, I'm going to have 2 1/3s. So I can use a model to kind of help with this. And then remember also, whenever we multiply with fractions by a whole number, we said that we would take the numerator and multiply it by the whole number. And then the denominator stays the same. So I can see from the model and from using that this would be 2/3. You know, if it helps also, I could put a 1 underneath the 2 because I can turn any whole number into a fraction by putting a 1 underneath it. And just like we do with fractions, I multiply the numerators. 1 times 2 gives me 2, and then I multiply the denominators. So that's another way that you can check to make sure that you're doing this correctly. Now, then we moved on to dividing with fractions. So this problem, you know, it kind of looks similar, but now I've got 1/3 divided by 2. So a model of this one would show, you know, just 1/3. And then I'm going to divide that in 2. And to see how many total pieces, I'm going to use my entire model. So I've divided it in half. And so I'm just looking at this piece right here. And that gives me my answer. So I've got 1 out of the 6 pieces. So 1/3 divided by 2 is 1/6. And then this other type of division where I have a whole number divided by the unit fraction, on this one I can think about having 2 of something, and then I'm going to divide it into thirds. So if I have 2 and I'm wanting to know how many thirds are in 2, I can think about how many thirds are in 1. So there would be 3. But since I've got 2, I'm going to have a total of 6. So 2 divided by 1/3 is going to be 6. Alright, so I'm going to give you some problems like this on the Google form. You can look back at the video and kind of notice the pattern as you're doing these.